Science fiction is timeless and has been entertaining fans for decades with stories, movies, and TV series. It is impossible not to love science fiction because the thirst to learn something new and the craving for the unknown will never leave mankind. Now we're diving into the thrilling universe of science fiction as we count down the top sci-fi movies that have shaped our imaginations and transported us to extraordinary worlds beyond our wildest dreams. In this video, we're going to look at some old ones. If you think I missed something, leave movie titles in the comments. Enjoy the movie. Galaxy Quest. According to the story, from 1978 to 1982, viewers enthusiastically followed the adventures of the crew of the Starship Protector fictional television series, which is obviously an analog of the real Star Trek. The show ended, and its stars never found themselves in other roles. However, a real and very peace-loving alien race intercepted the signal of the TV show from the planet Earth, mistaking it for a real war chronicle. And now, in need of protection from aggressive civilizations, under the guise of fans kidnap Jason, the only actor who still enjoys former glory, and who in the TV series performed the role of the captain of the ship. But when he realizes that he is in a real adventure, the actor decides to continue playing the role of a hero for the aliens and asks them to take all his crew from the series to the ship. The movie Galaxy Quest is true sci-fi comedy gold, combining both the genuine love of Star Trek and a stellar cast including Sigourney Weaver, Tim Allen, Alan Rickman, and Tony Shalhoub. When the movie came out in 1999, it was very well received by critics, but had very modest box office success and ended up being lost to its core audience for a long time. But it is one of the best science fiction films that doesn't include thriller elements, and the movie really deserves much more than just being called the unofficial Star Trek. Contact. The science fiction genre is rife with stories of humanity's contact with alien life. Some might even say that the genre is built on such stories. Over the years, this plot has influenced countless movies, and there is always a way to show something new. The 1997 movie Contact should have been a very popular movie considering its stellar cast that included Jodie Foster, Matthew McConaughey, John Hurt, and Angela Bassett. As the story goes, Ellie has spent her entire life devoted to science, and she becomes involved in the SETI project, listening to the radio in search of signals from extraterrestrial civilizations. Years of searching yields results, and Ellie picks up a long-awaited signal from outer space. The sequence of numbers, which has an artificial origin, comes from the star Vega. Deciphering the signal shows that the signal contains a description of a technical device, the purpose of which is unclear, but inside is conceived a place for a pilot. The movie had good box office receipts and a positive response from critics. The movie is still mentioned in genre picks and reviews, but the bitter truth is that the movie deserved much more attention. What sets Contact apart from other similar films in the science fiction genre is that the movie takes an ambitious concept and tells a science story. The story utilizes the humanity of the main character to build a narrative about humanity's reaction to something unknown. The result is a gripping atmosphere and a truly great story. Strange Days. This is perhaps the most underrated of all the 90s science fiction masterpieces. Director Catherine Bigelow created a cyberpunk movie that showed us virtual reality and simulators before the existence of these things even came close to reality. Strange Days really predicted the modern world of technology and possibility better than many other movies. According to the plot, in the future it was possible to record memories and physical sensations directly from the owner's cerebral cortex onto a special device. Lenny Nero trades in such illegal virtual reality recordings, but one day, a record containing a crime falls into his hands, and he finds himself at the center of a conspiracy involving the police and many powerful people. City of Lost Children. In the story, a scientist named Crank lost his ability to dream in a dystopian city, and to get them back, he built a laboratory in his castle to conduct experiments. The scientist kidnaps local children and turns their dreams into his own. But since the children are terribly afraid of him, he sees only nightmares. Sometime later among the kidnapped children was the brother of the strongman Uan from the circus touring in the city. And in search of his missing brother, he wanders around the city and asks the girl Mieta to help him. City of Lost Children is a steampunk movie. For many, this movie may seem too difficult to follow. First, it is a French movie, and it has its own atmosphere. Secondly, at times the movie can veer off into weird, bizarre imagery, like a talking brain in a wheelchair jar. But if you give the movie a chance, it is mesmerizing. Behind all the weirdness with the surrealism of what's going on is a cozy and heartwarming story. And Ron Perlman, who plays a circus strongman who, with the help of a little girl, saves his little brother from a mad scientist, will be a real discovery for many viewers and will be liked much more than in his other roles. Tremors. Like many franchises, this movie also has numerous sequels, the quality of which got worse each time, so it's easy to forget that the original movie was very good. The plot of the movie centers around a small town in the desert, besieged by subterranean cannibal worms. The events take place in a small mining town with a population of 15 people. After an accident with an unknown creature, a cave-in occurs, burying a road worker underneath and blocking the road out of town. Soon, creepy underground creatures begin hunting the town's inhabitants. The cast doesn't ruin the magic of the cinematography and looks organic. Even the subterranean cannibalistic worms look excellent as the antagonists. The movie isn't the most popular, but it's still a classic worth watching. Wedlock. The action of the movie takes place in the not-so-distant future. Frank, an electronics specialist, together with his mistress Noelle and his friend Sam, commit a robbery of an international trade center, stealing diamonds worth a huge sum. However, his friends betray him, but they don't know that Frank has re-hidden the diamonds. Frank is taken to an experimental prison that does not use the typical measures to prevent escape attempts, but instead the inmates in the pair are wearing collars linked on the same frequency. No one knows their pair, but if they are more than 100 yards apart, the collars explode. There's something enjoyable and exciting about Wedlock that is rarely seen in modern movies anymore. The movie probably would have had a chance to become a cult classic, but it wasn't shown in movie theaters and sold out immediately at the box office. Nemesis. According to the plot, by 2027, humanity faces two problems: a corrupted environment and cyborgs. Biorobots are a threat to world order, civilization is at risk of plunging into chaos, and policeman Alex is one of those who must confront the impending threat. Despite the low budget, the movie has decent special effects, pretty good ideas, and a great cyberpunk visual aesthetic. Circuitry Man. The movie is set in a post-apocalyptic future where pollution has destroyed the natural world and forced people to live underground. The main source of enjoyment of the new world is microchips inserted directly into people's brains. Female bodyguard Lori and android Danner steal the case of microchips and plan to bring it to New York. They are followed by a circuitry man criminal named Plaghead. The movie is insanely weird. Despite the small budget, the movie has an unusual idea and a memorable look that is sorely lacking in today's modern science fiction movies. And that concludes our countdown of the top old sci-fi movies that have redefined the boundaries of imagination and transported us to realms beyond our wildest dreams. I hope you enjoyed this exhilarating journey through the best that the sci-fi genre has to offer. Which of these timeless classics is your personal favorite? Did we miss any of your top picks? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more exciting content and in-depth explorations of your favorite films and genres.